Angel. So I was actually reading, I think I was on a LinkedIn. I saw a LinkedIn post a couple of months ago, 2 or 3 months ago. You had a webinar that said, if we tell you that you sit on a treasure that can increase your revenue, enhance your guest experience, and save yourself a ton of time in daily operations. And I find that intriguing. So tell us what problem you set out to solve for hotels.
All right. Thanks for the nice intro. Yes. I mean, first of all, who are we? What do we do, right? In order to then explain a bit what we then solve as a problem. We are a CRM and business intelligence platform where we unleash the power of AI to transform guest data into personalized experiences. And we found out that hotels do rely on a huge amount of guest data, but have the problem that they cannot really exploit on that in the sense of what should we do with that guest data, right? So the problem we are facing is that on average, if you look at German-speaking countries, we have the problem that on average a hotel has 13 different IT tools which they operate, and at the same time they store up to 30 guest profiles in that IT tools. So what does that mean? It leads to a high number of duplicates. It leads to a high number of unstructured data, so not clean data, which ultimately leads to the fact that hotels and hoteliers do not fully know their guests, and that is quite a shame, unfortunately.
Yeah. So there's several products, and I'll ask you to explain them. And I'm assuming they're all well integrated and they all work well together to solve exactly what you just described. So what is it?
Exactly. So having outlined the problem is we at CRQLAR, what we then do is we're building a solution where we do connect with most important IT tools in the hospitality industry, like PMS providers or loyalty providers or any other IT relevant tool you can think of. So these are most important software tools in hospitality. We collect the data out of the different data sources. We merge and clean that data. And with the power of AI, we do then create a centralized and unique guest profile. So, and that is the foundation for then doing personalized outreach or sending personalized newsletters, personalized communication, personalized offers, which then ultimately leads then to higher revenues. But at the same time, we can save a lot of time for employees by reducing their labor time up to 75, 80%.
So how would you describe your different? How are you different than the other solutions that are out there that maybe they come close to what you described, or maybe they claim to do the same thing? What's that look like?
Yeah. Well, there are a couple of, let's say, key differentiators. Having said before that we are a 360-degree platform, we do focus on all three areas of the entire digital guest journey. What does it mean? We focus on the pre-stay phase, during stay, and also the post-stay journey. That means compared to others where they only focus, let's say, on part of that digital journey, our USP is that we concentrate on the entire digital full guest journey. That would be one differentiator. Another differentiator would be that, yes, we do see in the market that other competitors do also focus on collecting data, guest data in particular. However, what they're missing is, and what we do is we transform the guest data into actionable insights, meaning that we provide an action so that, let's say, the staff member in a restaurant area can then easily approach the guest and easily recommend the preferred table or the preferred wine in the restaurant, so that the guest will feel, wow, this hotel really knows me and knows my interest. So data is transformed to actionable insights. That would be the second one. And the third one would be, as we are now in this wonderful era of, AI and technologies out there in the market, we can benefit from that technology, and we can implement AI into our platform and use latest really technology in order to help hoteliers, while maybe other competitors, based on legacy codes, they struggle to implement new technology in that kind of speed in the way we're doing it. So that also then lacks personalization. So the third one would be only limited or partially use of AI, while we could really exploit the entire AI technology and help hoteliers.
And you mentioned the CRM, so that's where the eventually the unique profile sits.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, and it's fed from, you have a handful of other products that feed that, right?
Yes, that is absolutely correct. Yes.
And what are those? It's spa and booking.
Yes, correct. Yes, exactly. You're absolutely right. There are a handful of own products, digital solutions that feed that centralized guest profile. And these digital solutions are either in the spa or wellness area, but also in the restaurant area. And we can also offer an hotel app that increases the experience during the stay on site of the guest. Having said that, is that while offering these kind of digital solutions, we obviously collect the data and we collect preferences and interests out of these different areas. And we combine that guest data coming from external sources like PMS, and then we can merge and clean that. So at the end is really, we want to help hoteliers that they fully understand their guests based on their interests.
What's your biggest challenge right now? Is it just educating the customers, or is it getting the integrations, or both?
That's a good question. Actually, I would say on both sides. On the one hand, it's educating. That's absolutely true. On the other side is, as you know, that in the hospitality industry, there are a vast number of PMS tools out there, right? And other vendors in other spaces within hospitality industry. So yes, that's a challenge in the sense of building those connectors to the main providers. That is a challenge. However, if you then have, let's say, a standard in place, and the standard is OTA standards, then it becomes easier because the flow of data is then standardized. But still, integration-wise, there are obstacles and there are challenges. That's true.
So you've got customers, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Tell us, like, what are they experiencing? Like, what are the results?
Well, what they're facing in a positive way is, first of all, reduction of labor time, in the sense we can really save time. As mentioned before, in the restaurant area, we can save up to 80% of the time, so that repetitive tasks are done by just one click, done, and you can save time. And then we enable and help the restaurant staff members to focus on the guest, right? And not to work on administrative tasks, which are, at the end of the day, not as important as focusing on the guest, right? On the other side, if you look at our so-called service module, where SPA, as mentioned before, is part of that, we know that we can easily also then save time there, because the management of the SPA software, the service module, including the working hours, which are integrated there, it saves time again. It saves time again, and it helps to avoid repetitive tasks also in the spa area.
Got it. All right, Angel. Well, I appreciate you joining me, sir.
Thank you very much.